another Teacher's Corner. I am Teacher Kirby, and as soon as we can figure out what we're doing there. Alright, I'm Teacher Kirby, and this episode we're going to be focusing on the duty officers needed to effectively farm contraband as a KDF. So to do the Marauding Missions. Okay, these are the missions that have pillaged this, and in fact, let's show you. So these are the missions that are effectively blockade this and disable that and raid something else. Okay, these are all the marauding missions. These are the missions that give you contraband, prisoners, etc., etc., and basically allow you to get a ton of dilithium on both Federation and KDF characters. So, and you can see I've got my both accounts open here. Okay, so this list, first I want to give a big thank you to those that compiled this list and passed it on to me. So thank you to @SpaceWitch3 for compiling this list of duty officers to that will be effective in completing these marauding missions successfully. And thank you to Master Skittle @MasterSkittle for passing it on to me. Very nice guy. So now that the credit has been given out, alright, so I have put the list into a nice table format here. So as you can see, there are 5, 10, 15, we'll say 5 here, 20, 21 duty officers of various types, and then as many as possible of some generic tactical officers that you can get. So this is what you need to start. Now, there are duty officers obviously of different types that will help you with this. Okay, and you can see you need at least 5 duty officers that are energy or projectile weapons officers. Okay, and it helps if they have the trait unscrupulous. Now you may be scratching your head going, okay, what does all this mean? Okay, so I will show you. So you can buy duty officers off the exchange. Okay, so let's say I want to go and I want to look at duty officers. These are going to be tactical duty officers, and you can see I have energy weapons officers and I have projectile weapons officers. I can look through either one, so I'm going to look through energy just because, and I'm going to go ahead and search for those. Now you'll notice, okay, now these don't tell me much. Okay, there it is. Alright, so if I right click on them, then I get a more detailed explanation. Now you see down here they have traits. This is what the unscrupulous. Okay, so this is the traits on the DOF or duty officer. This is what the unscrupulous, cunning or efficient, and aggressive means. We're talking about the traits. So you see down here, this tells you the traits. So this one has honorable, resilient, spiritual, and teamwork. So this is probably not one that I would want to buy. Okay, because it's got those lovely traits that that won't help me. Now this one here, unscrupulous, that's what I'm looking for. So this would be one that I would buy, or that I could buy One thing you want to check with when you're buying duty officers, make sure down here where it says only show usable items, make sure you have that clicked to on. Now, of course, this character is a Fed character, so it's going to show me only Federation officers if I do that. So I'm going to go ahead and click that back to off. Okay. So, make sure though when you're searching for yourself that you have that clicked to on so that you know that you can use the duty officer that you are buying. In fact, now that I think about it, let me switch to a Klingon character that is near an exchange. Let me see here. No, let's see. Ah, here we go. This is a Klingon character that is near an exchange. So we will see what she can buy. Alright. And here we go. Exchange. And energy weapons officer. And search. Okay. So you notice I am searching the white. Now it is better, of course, if you can get the greens or the blues, but the whites, if that's what you can afford, will do. There is another option, of course, if you have, now see, this would be aggressive. He's a tactical officer. This would be a decent substitute. Okay. And unscrupulous, here we go. So Edra would be a good officer that you could buy, and he's only 37,500, and he is of course a white officer. Now there is another option, and the other option for obtaining duty officers is to go to your fleet. Okay, I'm actually going to go ahead and go up and go to my fleet, and I will show you what I mean. You can go to your fleet and you can get duty officers. You can buy them and transwarp to fleet Starbase system. You can buy officers using fleet credits. Now the important thing to note with that is that what you get will be random. You will have no control over the traits, and with the exception of the type of duty officer that it is, whether it's tactical, engineering, and whatnot, you will have no control over that. So if you can afford it with EC, that is usually the better way to go. I do recommend get the highest you can afford with each type and dot. So I will show you what I mean here. But while that's loading, so what we want to get is 5 energy or projectile weapon DOFs, preferably with the trait Unscrupulous. These will help you the most. 5 of the tractor beam duty officers, again with the trait Unscrupulous. At least 1 fabrication engineer with cunning and or efficient. 5 quartermasters, again with cunning and or efficient. Between 3 and 5 explosives experts with cunning and or efficient, and as many as you can get of tactical officers with the trait aggressive. These seem to do very, very well. Alright, so here is your fleet starbase. Now if you immediately come off and go to the left, here is where you can buy duty officers. You click on commissioned duty officers and you'll notice you have fleet duty officers. Now these are just common random duty officers. It doesn't tell you what type, whether they're engineering, science, or tactical. Now you see under here, and our fleet starbase, my fleet starbase is high enough that we've unlocked all of them, all of the basics ones at least. You have fleet engineering officers, and depending on the completion of your starbase, you can get all the way up to purple. Right now my starbase is unlocked common and green, white and green. Same with science. Okay. And same with tactical. We've unlocked up to blue on tactical. So with the tactical, everything you get is going to be tactical, but as far as the traits and the type of tactical officer, whether it's con officer or energy weapons officer or some other type of tactical officer, is going to be random, as well as what traits are on them. So this is a way to do it if you have the fleet credits for it, but again, it's going to be random. Alright, so again, the TLDR of this, these are what you need in order to, whoops, let's do that again, the TLDR. These are the duty officers that are best to help you with marauding on the KDF side. This is a starter list. Get these as high as you are able to afford. 5 energy or projectile weapons officers with unscrupulous. 5 tractor beam officers with unscrupulous. At least 1 fabrication engineer with cunning and or efficient. 5 quartermasters, cunning and or efficient. 3 to 5 explosives expert, cunning and or efficient. And as many as possible tactical officers with aggressive. These will help you to complete those marauding missions as efficiently as possible. Again, get them as high as you can afford, trade out eventually to where you get to purple as quickly as you can, and if you cannot afford it with EC, look into getting it with fleet credits. So this has been Teacher Kirby with another Teacher's Corner. I hope you learned something. You can hear the discussion of, if you liked what you hear, click on that subscribe link, click that like button. Consider becoming a patron. Click on the main page, click on the Patreon button, and you can hear the discussion of Teacher's Corner live every Saturday night at 10 p.m. on the Pilot Review Show. Come check us out.